Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Dave Bondy coming to you now, talking about pet of the day and much more. Bob Love, it's an honor to have you on the screen. Good to see you, sir.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, so I started doing a segment on my social media on Facebook and Instagram, Pet of the Day, because I wanted to try to lighten things up because we do a lot of serious stuff. And I started realizing people love their pets. And then I contacted you, you contacted me about jumping on board as a sponsor for it. And I appreciate that because you're helping my mission of doing what I'm doing independently. And I appreciate that. But also you're bringing a smile to people's face. And I love the picture of your dog you sent in the other day. Why do something like this? Why get involved?
So, first and foremost, I'm a pet lover. I grew up with animals, from pheasants to turkeys. I had an Arctic fox when I was a kid. Now we've got three dogs in the house, African gray parrot, cats, chickens, and ducks in the yard. So I really love animals when it's all said and done. In fact, my daughter is in vet school. But that being said, I've been a fan of yours since the 20 News 20 TV 25, excuse me. And when I saw the opportunity to support, a local independent like yourself and what you're doing, I respected it, and I thought, gosh, I can't wait to jump on that. And
Well,
and I love the pictures of the animals.
yeah, and I thank you very much. And that's my goal is to, help small business. But like I say many times, I walked away from the mainstream media and I'm doing my own thing now and things are going well. I appreciate it. Now you are in the insurance industry and I'm going to have you back on when I have questions about insurance.
Mhm.
What do you do and where are your locations? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thank you. So our first location, well, I started in 14 prepping, and we opened in 15 in Flushing. We are on Pearson Road, right by Elms, across from McDonald's, actually. So a couple of years ago, State Farm reached out and asked if we would be interested in a second location. We said, of course. So we have a second location in Vassar,
Hmm.
and we're up top of the hill. I will take Cook's
Yeah.
advertising. We're at the top of the hill in Vassar. So
Yeah.
a wonderful community. Both communities have been great. We've worked long and hard with each of them. And as far as what we do a little bit of everything. I'm property casualty licensed, life and health licensed. I also am I do financial services. We can help with retirement and other areas that way. But of course, pet insurance is a big one for us. We write a lot of pet insurance,
I didn't
and
even know that.
mhm.
Oh, I knew pet insurance existed, but it's actually people do get it, and it's probably not that expensive. I would imagine. I mean, maybe I don't know. I guess.
No, it's not. It's so comparably so. The idea of taking your dog to the vet with any kind of major issue, or even moderately major issue, can be quite expensive. The
Yeah.
policies that we offer is if it's the same issue you have to take them back for, the deductible's already been met, and you don't pay for that. It pays for 90% of all costs.
Wow.
It's through a company called Trupanion. It's a very good policy. Now, the younger the animal is, cats and dogs, the less expensive it is, of course. But yeah, they're really good policies.
I want to ask you one thing, and this is probably educational. When I was a news reporter, I covered so many apartment fires, and so many young people did not have renters insurance.
Hmm.
I learned at a very young age, reporting when I was started out at age 19, how important it is and how inexpensive it was. I mean, I've been in a house for a while, but how important is that? Because you don't realize it, and some apartments make you have it, which is
Right.
good, but I know some don't. That's really important stuff, right? Because you don't realize until something happens that it can add
You,
up.
you're yeah, you're not wrong. So, as an example, we had a fellow not long ago had a plug that his microwave was plugged into, and it should have tripped itself. It didn't, and it smoked out his whole apartment, over $10,000 in just smoke damages, and we covered it.
Wow.
The I'll tell a lot of I will speak commonly and often that it's not necessarily your belongings that need the protection. It is, but the liability that comes in any kind of homeowners or renters policy can be huge. One dog bite, and you could be on the hook for six figures or more. It's pretty incredible. Somebody slips and trips down your stairs. That liability sometimes has no end to it as far as what a person can be responsible to pay for. So
Wow.
just as much as I need my bed and my blue jeans and my PlayStation paid for after a fire or a water loss, the liability side of it's huge as well. We work with a lot of college students with their folks, dorms and apartments off campus. You don't have to have a lot of value, I suppose, to have a renter's policy, but the
Yeah.
liability piece is the big one.
I didn't even think of that. I mean, like the dog bite or whatever it might be, because
Hmm.
one little thing like that, like as in medical insurance, it can bankrupt somebody.
Oh yeah.
All it takes is one little thing, and
Mhm.
their life has changed. So, um, how is the world of like car, life? Well, life insurance is also. You do life insurance as well, right?
Oh, a lot of it. We're one of the largest writers in our area.
Oh, wow. Okay. How important is insurance? People don't think of it often. I because I'm in TV news, I thought of life insurance. I was surrounded by death all the time, so I got
Hmm.
life insurance when I was younger. But um, it's important, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so life insurance itself, to me, I live by the motto of I would much rather be 50 years early than 5 minutes late. It's really one of the very few ways that you can pass a tax-free benefit to your family. I talk to people commonly that say, "I didn't want to jinx myself, or I didn't want to jinx my family, or I don't want to make money off of my passing or my kids passing." It has nothing to do with that. Even a policy on a 1-year-old when they're first born, we have policies you after 10 years you're done paying on them and it's yours forever, right? But
Yeah.
the idea is if something happens to one of your loved ones or yourself, someone needs counseling, someone needs time away, someone needs being time off of work, whatever that might be. And that tax-free benefit allows them that time to grieve and to heal and to take time off and not have to worry about going back to work 2 weeks after, after a tragedy like that. So that's a huge one.
Was that a dog or a bird? What did I hear?
Oh, can you hear it? Yeah, we actually have a 9-week-old golden retriever. Just picked her up. Her name's
Uh-huh.
Ahsoka. I'll get some photos up for your site. They're coming.
Yeah, you got to do that. A lot of people are messaging me and shopping around. Insurance is so high, but everything is high nowadays. But I'm assuming, as I've heard about you, you have some really good fans out there, that you are able to go individually to people and find discounts or do anything. That's
Mhm.
why you can meet people face to face and like ask them, do you have an alarm system? Do you have this or this or this?
Correct.
There's things you can do to help offset costs.
I appreciate you asking that. So yes, in terms of insurance, it's always individual. I speak of me in my business and the company I represent. The idea of insurance being individual to the person, to that individual and their family is huge because it's not just your driving record. It's not just the idea that I don't have any tickets or accidents. It's
Yeah.
the area in which you live, maybe the how maybe rural I am or how urban I am or what kind of vehicle I have and what are the crash test ratings or does it have a big vehicle safety discount, whatever? And then digging even further into telematics, for instance, with stuff like Drive Safe and Save, app on your cell phone tells you how you're driving, and then you earn more discounts along the way. So we can really personalize it. And I tell folks all the time, rates are set by every insurer. And when I say insurer, I mean all the guys on TV, the State Farm, the Allstate, the Progressive, all those guys. The rates are set in the state by them. I can't affect a rate. What I can affect are
Oh.
discounts. And so, unlike many other agents, we will search for every discount possible because it's our goal. And I say our, my team and I at both of our offices, we really want to make sure that a person can trust us and we can earn that trust. And by doing so, they're going to know we'll save them every penny possible. Rates go up, rates go down, but we're always saving every penny.
And a lot of people I know will there's a lot of you see commercials and it sounds like fly by night insurance places, 1099, whatever the deals are, and
Hmm.
you can just do it through a computer or a it's I always like meeting with someone because
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm randomly getting insurance through some random no name company online or something. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why it's best, even if someone thinks they can't afford it, just to meet in person, right? Because everyone's different.
Absolutely. Well, one of the wonderful parts about today is just like you and I are doing right now in a Zoom meeting. The idea, my businesses, my agencies, excuse me, we meet in person. We'll have phone interviews, phone conversations. I actually call them household reviews, annual household reviews, or when if a person is coming up and needing quotes and want to first time, great, we'll do a Zoom. Let's go face to face. You might be in Wisconsin. I write business in 4 states,
Oh,
but if I can see you face to face, not only does it garner a little more respect and trust between me and the individual, but then they get to see everything behind me and I'm seeing them and maybe their kids come through and they get to see sometimes I'm writing business from my kitchen table at home and my wife comes behind me or whatever. I'm just a real dude. When it's all said and done, I give you a real brief example or story, I guess.
Okay.
My dad passed away in 2011, and in doing so, he had a brain aneurysm. He was 55 years old, and it
Wow.
was come and gone. And they had State Farm insurance since I was a kid, and uh, they I don't ever recall them having sit downs and having conversations. So maybe their agents when I was young reached out. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But what I decided when I became an agent was this is my opportunity to help the people that help me put my lights on and keep my lights on. This is my opportunity to meet with them annually, to offer sit downs, to look at their households, to really review and nitpick every detail to make sure they have number one, the coverage that they want, but more importantly, the coverage that they need, and then try to save them every penny possible along the way. Educating people in the insurance realm is fun for me, but I'm also the nerdy insurance guy. So that when I talk to folks and they say, "Well, I don't get it," you're not supposed to. I mean, that's why I
Yeah.
have a license. I understand that, but getting in and helping people understand why liability coverage might be so important, or even frankly what liability coverage means.
What other I have a lot of people following me across the country. What states can you do business in? Or
Mhm. So Michigan is of course our home state, but we write all of Michigan, the UP. We write Wisconsin, Indiana, and Ohio.
so how would that work if someone call if they're watching right now from Wisconsin, want pet insurance? Can they call and do a Zoom with you or something?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
mean, honestly, I'll get somebody's on shopping online and they happen to go to the site and are getting their own quotes. It'll email me as well, and I can reach out and say
Yeah.
howdy and be able to get them quotes for them. And this today we walked into two people wanting life insurance and a handful more wanting auto insurance. It's just it fluctuates in. And sometimes some days are better than others with people wanting it
Yeah.
and online shopping. But yeah.
Last question, not really insurance related, but you called yourself an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
It has its challenges, but what's it like being an entrepreneur, your own business owner? Because a lot of people don't understand. I'm learning it now because I'm doing my own thing. There's a lot of work that goes into it, but it seems
Mhm.
like you're loving it. But you're always busy though.
True. So, one of the great blessings in life, I'll say that is having had this opportunity. I never would have thought at 34, 35 years old
Yeah.
that being an insurance agent was going to be in my future. I
Oh,
never thought of myself as a button up, like short sleeve. Look the I didn't, but here I am. But we have helped more people than I can tell you. Recently there was a young man who had bought a policy and thought, man, I did not need life insurance. And a couple weeks later, he passed away on a motorcycle accident. We were able to
oh,
give his daughter, who was 7, a wonderful benefit to help her start her life with. Tragedy,
man.
terrible,
Yeah.
but being able to actually help people that way, and then it's not even so much that it's making sure that they get the just as little as making sure they get the rental car that they wanted when they hit the deer, or taking care of so. And honestly, it's seeing your name on the baseball jersey and being able to go out and throw a ball around with the kids and little 7 year olds helping out and whatever. It's been a real blessing. Now in that I have more gray hair than I've ever had,
Yeah, I
so
bet.
there's a stress as well. But being the entrepreneur and trying to grow the businesses and doing it, it's allowed me time with my family. It's allowed me to meet so many great people, so many great families. So it's been a real blessing.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it. I'm going to put your website on this post wherever you're watching this at. And the best way to contact what they can call, they go to your website, either
Hmm.
because on your
We'll
website,
take a I say we'll take a passenger pigeon if they, find the need for it. But no, they honestly, Bob loves State Farm. If you Google that, or Facebook, or we're about every social media platform you can find. The fact of the matter is, whether you find Bob Love Insurance in Flushing or Bob Love INS over in Vassar, either way, you're going to get us. All of our phones, all of our computers, everything is on the computer. So everything filters into one spot is what I'm trying to say. So no matter
okay.
what channel you see, find us in, you will find my entire team, even at both locations. We all have access to both agencies, so it's great.
Gotcha. And if everyone's watching now, go ahead and post your pet pictures. And I want some unusual pets. Like I'm waiting for well, legal pets. I don't want like a tiger in someone's living room or something, but
I'll have
that
to
might
get you a
void
picture of my African gray.
yeah, that might void their home insurance if you have a tiger in your home or something, probably.
That's one I've not crossed yet. Maybe.
Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate your time.